Finally, a little bit of gaming success at the car boot sale. It's another Sunday morning. We're here at the car boot sale once again. It's a beautiful morning, I've got to say, actually. And I'm hoping the weather has brought the people and sellers out. Certainly a lot of buyers here today, and the car park does look full. So let's go and see what we can find today. Let's find some games. I've struck out for most of the car boot sales so far this year. Fingers crossed today. I've got the vibes, I've got the feeling. Let's do it.
Quite an app, isn't it? Big inches. How much is 20
Got like that.
Amazing. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. All equipped that side, yeah. Up to here, mate.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
Cheers, guys. Thanks. Have a good day. How you doing? Oh, we come in here. You came last week. You weren't here, were you?
No, I've not been going on Sundays much. I've been going on the Wednesday one.
Oh, have you? That'd be good.
Yeah, it's good for buying. Everything's a lot cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah. One more for that. 50 makers, please.
When's biscuits not opening?
I think is it still on the they start on the Easter Sunday? It used to be.
Is it? They used to do that earlier.
Yeah. To be honest,
Guessing that hasn't got the Go 8 CD.
It's also not got my name.
Does it not?
It's a bit gutted, but
Yeah. Right, let's see if there's anything that one. Right, well, wait, well, that looks what he's getting.
You want to hold your robot?
Zach, look at this. Come here. This is so cool. This is my favourite section of the place. I knew it would be. Well, wait, can I get these ones again? Yeah, these are the 3 for 5. Or is it 3 for 5 at the bottom?
not the ones on the table. That one's £4 that game. These four.
Oh, that one's got.
But anything on the floor, you can kind of put it on
Put that one back. Another one down the bottom.
Come here.
And what's one was moved it?
Come here.
Oh, again, wash your feet again.
Yeah, right,
Is that what you ordered it?
Just look at that.
She's on. Alright, Joanne, so let's look at these. YouCut, that's like it on there.
Mario, you're both.
Have there. Has he found another one?
Have you found another?
I found 2 games. But I didn't. You know what I got? Why are you trying to get the other games and we picked up? Top 2. Yeah, I'll have it.
So as you can see, it has been a busy one and people are still coming in. It's about 9:30 now. And yeah, it's absolutely heaving. But I've done mine. I've done a couple of circuits around, found some games, found some bits and bobs. It's been quite a good one actually. Finally, a decent car boot sale for games. Obviously everything, all the good stuff's been picked off. But nice to actually find some stuff today. The weather's been absolutely gorgeous as well. And there's the ground looking beautiful today. Up the whites. Yeah, good car boot sale today. Let's get back to the games room and I'll show you what I picked up today. Alright everyone, hope you are doing well. Thanks for pressing play once again. I'm the man they call Pixel Paul and I like to go to the car boot sales. And I like to do that to buy games. And I like to find games that I haven't got, that I want to play, and it's been getting tougher and tougher to do that because, you know, I've got a lot of the games that I want to have and I want to play. So yeah, the amount of games and scope that I've got when I go to like car boot sales and charity shops and that sort of thing, you know, the list is getting smaller and smaller in a way, and I'm very fortunate for that. But it just means, yeah, it's just getting harder and harder to find those games that I haven't got. That I do actually want to play. So it was a nice surprise actually for this weekend's car boot sale, which you've just seen. And yeah, as you saw, the weather was absolutely beautiful, perfect conditions for, you know, car boot sale. Loads of sellers. They ran out of room. 3 car parks. They ran out of room. They couldn't fit any more sellers on. And, you know, absolutely ram-packed of buyers as well. Obviously, you know, a lot of the sort of game hunters must have got there early, because you can see the gaps in, you know, where people are selling games. You can see the gaps and of you know, with stacks of games and things have been moved. And so, but like always, you know, I'm not one for getting up too early. I'm just happy to get there and see what else I can find that other people have left behind. But yeah, it's getting tougher at car boot sales. And so far this year, I have kind of struck out. I think I've picked up a couple of things. But certainly this time, it just feels like I've come away happy with what I've picked up and what I've spent. So let's get into the games that I've got this time. Right, so the games... Right, no, actually, we won't go to the games first. We'll go to some gaming-related bits that I've picked up first, very quickly. Well, sort of semi-gaming related. No, they are gaming-related. Ignore me. I did pick up these two. Disney Infinity models. I'm not a collector of these particularly, but if I see some of them and they are cheap and they have characters that I quite like, then I am usually quite tempted to pick them up. So I did pick up this Captain America one. I think there was a Hulk one and a Hawkeye as well. And if I'd have got those two, I think I probably would have had the full set of the original Avengers. So I probably should have picked those two up. Maybe if I go back next week and he's still got them, maybe I should pick up Hulk and Hawkeye. But yeah, I picked up Cap. That was £1. And I also picked up Cora from Tron Legacy. I absolutely love Tron Legacy. Amazing film. Some people don't like it, but I love it. And Cora is, well, she was just such a great character in it as well. Yeah, do like Cora. So yeah, I just saw that as well, so I thought I'd pick that one up. £2 for those two. And then I also picked up, now I've got one of these already. I can't for the life of me remember the name of these two, but they are Gears of War. I think they are Funkos, but not quite Funkos. But that guy and that guy from Gears of War. Oh, I think I've got Baird already. It's Baird I've got. So I've got 3 of these now. So yeah, maybe I'll find a full squad of these at some point. They were £1.50 for both of those two. So yeah, £1.50 for 2 extra Gears of War figures. So yeah. Yeah, anything gaming related like that, I'm a bit of a sucker for. But anyway, let's get onto the games now that I picked up. Cheers everyone. Right, so the games that I got, and not a massive stack by any, you know, it's not a huge stack or anything like that, but what I picked up I'm pretty happy with. And when, you know, sort of coming away, because I always have a rough idea of what the prices are in CEX of some of these games, but sometimes it's a bit of a surprise, and 1 or 2 of these were a bit of a surprise. But we'll get into them. So these two I picked up from the same seller. Very sort of easy pricing. It was basically like £1 for this lot down there, £2 for this lot here, and ask me for the prices of these ones over here. So yeah, very straightforward. These were both £2 games. And the first one I got was Rayman M on the PlayStation 2, and they are complete. Well, this one's sort of complete. I'll show you in a second. But yeah, Rayman M, or Rayman Multiplayer. Bit of a weird Rayman game, this one, in that it was... I think there is a multiplayer element to it, but it's more of a sort of Rayman racing game and Rayman combat game in a way. So yeah, a bit of a weird one, that one. But yeah, when I say it's complete, it's got a disc. It has got a manual, but no front cover. So whatever. Not too bothered about that. It's got the old... I think that's a Game Station sticker as well, isn't it? Yeah, 4 for 10. They always come off. I don't like keeping stickers on them. I know some people like to keep the stickers on for nostalgia purposes, but I don't. I will peeling that one off. But yeah, £2 for that. £3.50 in CEX at the moment, that one. So I have been thinking about picking it up. Don't really know why I haven't in the past, but for £2, yeah, grab that one. And then the other one, and this one I was really happy with actually, because yeah, I do like these sort of compilation discs. They're always good value for money, and especially when you're buying it for £2 as well. This is £4 in CEX, and it is Taito Legends, also on the PlayStation 2. Absolutely packed with games, this one. And so what we've got on it, there's stuff like Bubble Bobble, obviously, Elevator Action, New Zealand Story, Operation Wolf, Rainbow Islands, Rastan, and Space Invaders, of course. What else? Super Kicks. So yeah, there's loads of stuff on this one. And for £2, I thought it was an absolute steal. Absolutely lovely condition as well. Minty condition almost, this one. And you can see there, free art card. It does actually have the free art card inside as well, which is of Rainbow Islands. Look at that. Very nice. But yeah, it's almost brand new condition, that. The manual's very crispy looking. So yeah, for £2, that's a nice little pickup, that one. Like I say, you can't beat a good compilation disc, especially on PlayStation 2. So yeah, Taito Legends. There is a Taito Legends 2, I think, as well. So I'll have to keep an eye out for that one. But yeah, for £2, happy with that one. And next up, the only non-PlayStation pickup, actually, surprisingly. But yeah, it's Sniper Ghost Warrior on the Xbox 360, and that was just £1. This was a sort of older guy who was just selling some games, and they were actually decent games, to be fair. He obviously had them, and I was a bit sort of surprised because he was an older guy, and just, yeah, sort of surprised he had such good quality games, and he was selling them, and he knew, you know, he'd priced them up individually, so he knew what he was doing, but he put £1 on that one. It was the only one of his that I didn't have, and I thought, well, at £1, I'll grab that. I think it's about £1.50 in CEX, maybe £2 at most at the moment, but I've never played it, not got it. Give that a go, see what it's like. Sniper Ghost Warrior, Xbox 360. Then, right, so next up, so these 4 were all from the same seller. They were kind of individually priced, but I'll tell you what I actually paid for them when I've shown you all 4. So the first one was Mafia 2 on the PlayStation 3. You see there, at one point, it was also $27.99 and then $19.99. There you go. But yeah, Mafia 2, I've not played Mafia 2. I do have it on Xbox 360 actually, but just never got around to playing it. And I saw this in one of their boxes and just thought, yeah, I'll pick that one up as well. It'll look nice on the shelves if nothing else. But yeah, I wouldn't mind giving it a go at some point. People do rave about the Mafia games, so yeah, I will try and get that one played at some point. So that was one of the 4. I also picked up Far Cry Instincts for the Xbox. So this is the only other non-PlayStation game that I picked up. Far Cry Instincts for the Xbox. It's not in the greatest condition. It's a little bit grubby, but once I've got it's probably going to need a new box. I might be able to clean that one up. But everything else is all right. The manual disc is good. So yeah. It's always these cash converters boxes which are, you know, a pain. Their cash converter stickers are horrible. Sometimes because when they've been on that long, they just tear off and just leave a right mess. So probably a new box on that one. But yeah, Far Cry Instincts. I'm not a massive fan of the Far Cry games, but I do kind of want to get into them. I want to play Far Cry, and I think I posted something on Instagram. Which one was it? I think it was Far Cry 3, I think. And a lot of people said Far Cry Instincts was one of their favourites as well. So, yeah, I will try to get into this series at some point in my life, because you know, a lot of people really rave about it. This one I've had before, and weirdly enough, this is the first ever game I featured on my YouTube channel in my first pickups video. So that was my second video, the first pickups video. This was the first ever game I featured, and I actually gave away my copy I think it was to like celebrate my 1,000 subscribers or something like that. So I actually gave that game away because it was the first game. So I've been kind of looking out to maybe try and replace it at some point. But that game was Sonic Heroes on the PlayStation 2. And now they had that on at £3, which I was surprised at actually, because in CEX at the moment, that is currently £6. And that's why I've not bought it since, because it's been quite expensive. Well, not expensive, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I mean, it does need a new box, this one, but that's easy enough. But yeah, they had £3 on that. But the last of those four was, so I was really happy to get this one, because I've been playing the first game, and it was a series of games that I've slept on. I showed no interest in it up until sort of late, sort of around probably September, something like that last year, and absolutely fell in love with the first game. I didn't know there was a second game until a few weeks after having sort of played the first one. So I've been on the lookout for it, but not really seen it anywhere local to me. Saw it on this car boot sale and had to grab it straight away. Loco Roco 2. I was absolutely over the moon to find this there, just to find it finally. Because yeah, like I said, I'm just absolutely fallen in love with the original Loco Roco. So really we do want to give Loco Roco 2 a go as well. They had £6 on that one, which is the same price as CEX. So in terms of sort of CEX current sell price, that lot is £18 worth. And you know, Sonic Heroes they had £3 on. Loco Roco they had £6 on. That's probably worth £1. How much was Mafia? Mafia was actually £4 in CEX at the moment. So, you know, you're looking at about sort of probably 14, maybe £15 on them. But yeah, they did a tenner for those four. So I was really happy with that. You know, considering that that was sort of £6 on its own. So I've kind of got those one for £4 as well. So I thought that was quite a nice little deal, that. But like I say, I've been to them before. They've seen me before. They know I buy it, and they know I play, and they know I'm not flipping or anything like that. So yeah, they were good to me there and knocked a few quid off that. So happy with that lot. But yeah, Loco Roco 2. Get in. Right, so the very last pickup was this one. And again, I think actually, did I see this a week or two ago when I went to the car boot sale? Because the seller was there then. I can't remember. I don't know if it was there, because I think it was, if it had been there, I'd have probably bought it then. But anyway, so yeah, just saw this one, PlayStation 1, and had to grab it. The next Tetris on PlayStation, and I paid £4 for that. And the box looks in absolutely, you know, that rare kind of PlayStation 1, absolutely amazing condition box. Doesn't happen often. I say that, it's still actually in its sort of bag, and I've not opened it yet. So yeah, £4. There is a C there. I'm assuming that might mean complete. It's not a deal breaker for me, you know that with me. I'm not that bothered about complete games. If I'm paying over, you know, if I'm paying a larger amount for a game that I, you know, am prepared to pay that amount for, I'd rather have it complete. But when you're paying £4 for a game like that, I'm not that bothered if it's got instructions, but we'll see. So yeah, next Tetris. And it is complete, which is good. Whoops, it will be if I don't drop the instructions. But yeah, I've got an instruction booklet. Yep, turn the disc around. The next Tetris. And the box is in very good condition as well. Very clean. Very all in one piece, which is kind of rare these days. But yeah, happy with that. Next Tetris, and I've been playing quite a lot of Tetris, having been playing what was it, Tetris Connected on VR a couple of months ago. I've got the bug for Tetris again. I've actually picked up a few different versions of Tetris recently, There was the Xbox version, which is up there. So yeah, another Tetris game. Why? I don't know, because all Tetris games are pretty much the same, aren't they? But yeah, whatever. But yeah, this one looks alright. It just looks like Tetris. But yeah, £4. Quite happy with that. I had a look on CEX to see how much it was going for in there, and I can't imagine it's going to be any more than that. But I couldn't find it on CEX's app. So I'm assuming that means they haven't got it in stock at the moment, or they don't stock it, or I'm not sure. This came out on the Dreamcast, and the Dreamcast version, obviously, is a lot more expensive. I think possibly about 30 to 40 quid on the Dreamcast or something like that. So, but yeah, I'm not sure why there's no current copies of that in CEX, which is a bit surprising. You don't see that often, but maybe they just don't stock it. I don't know. Not sure. But yeah, happy with that for £4. You know, in that condition as well. Excellent condition. Great disc, great instructions. Happy days. That's it this week. Short and sharp and snappy and happy. And yeah, looking forward to playing most of these. And Loco Roco 2 being the highlight, I think, for me. Really happy to pick that one up. Just need to replace my PSP still, or whatever I need to do with it. But yeah, I do want to give this a good play. Looking forward to giving a go through that and some of the absolute classics on that one. And I will be giving that one a go as well. Looking forward to giving that a try. So yeah, that's it this week. Some nice pickups. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.